So another question, being unequally yoked. Are there multiple ways to be unequally yoked?
Yes, there's a lot of different ways. The Bible says don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. So I think that's the primary way that you can be unequally yoked. If you're a Christian, you're a follower of Jesus Christ, and then somebody that you like or want to link up with or get married to isn't, then the word is saying don't do that. Don't do that at all. Like, that's the primary way that, is happening. What's up, Karen?
Hey.
That's the primary way that he's talking about. But just as far as any multiple ways, outside of a relationship, we're talking more like business type things where you're getting yoked up with someone that doesn't believe the same business practices and things like that. But as far as
they don't have integrity and you do,
right? But also, I think it can even be, outside of the primary way that the word seems to be talking about. I think there's levels to it, because you could be a Christian, you could be super strong, and then you can have someone that's not as strong. And for you have to be able to discern or decide, is this relationship going to be an imbalance? So really, that's not like talking about yokeness versus more of, am I making a wise decision? Because you may both be believers, but may not be at the same level. You have to kind of take those things before the Lord. But like, I think in the black and white of it, it's talking about unbelievers there. So like I said, there's levels, and those other things, I think they come maybe more of on the lines of wisdom. Like, is this person, they don't believe what I believe. They think that I'm taking it too far, or I do too much because I go to all the prayer meetings and they don't want to. Well, that's wisdom. You probably shouldn't hook up with somebody like that, because as far as you want to take it in the Lord, they not there yet, so, and then don't try to make them get where you are, what I'm saying? And think that it's going to be okay. Like, that's just wisdom right there. Like, don't try to make somebody be somebody you want, and they're not that person that you want them to be. So
I want to add also to that, so you're mostly talking about like spiritual. You can also be naturally unequally yoked as well. And so I always talk about how spiritually, absolutely, you want that to be first and foremost, your spiritual beliefs to be the same, but also things such as naturally. So like, if you have nothing in common at all naturally, probably not a good match for you. We know sometimes they say opposites attract, but usually that's in terms of like personality style, right? And sometimes personality opposites do attract, but you want to have something in common with the person that you're gonna be with, because you want to enjoy their company. So if you have nothing at all in common, like y'all both super spiritual, you love the Lord, but nothing at all in common, like you can't connect on the natural on anything, that's not equally yoked. And that's your choice if you still want to marry them, but you're probably not going to too much enjoy a life with them. So that's something to keep in mind too. I saw some questions. I'm going to look on here. It'll probably be easier. If you want to, or if you could look on there, that might be faster.
All right. So I got a couple. I think someone said that they didn't understand what being unequally yoked meant in their younger years, but now they do.
Oh, I saw that. Got it.
Yeah. So, it's important to learn that, because, you can honestly save yourself a whole lot of time, whole lot of energy, whole lot of heartache, save yourself a whole lot of pain, because here's the thing, what we believe is like, God is never wrong. Jesus is never wrong. Like, if he's saying that, it's a reason to. Now, sometimes we decide to be hard-headed and we go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And then in the end, it's like, dang, like that ain't work out. But then we can go back and say, man, the Lord said not to do that in the first place. I could have saved all that, just listen to the Lord.
Yeah.
And so, the thing is, if we've been there, some of us have been there, and just learn from it and keep it moving. Because sometimes we do miss it. But, this relationship thing is a serious thing, because, what we believe is you're committing your life to somebody for the rest of your life. So that decision over many other decisions ought to be made with some careful concern. So definitely some thought, definitely some counsel. In the multitude of counselors, there's safety. You need to make that decision wisely and take your time doing it.